Welcome back. Nthabiseng Motsa is our guest author this morning, and she penned down a book titled The Untangled Heart, a change to set yourself free from generational emotional pain and setbacks. The book was born out of her battle with grief, depression, anger, rejection, and deep loneliness that were accompanied by low self-worth and a low self-esteem. To tell us more about this book that she says is a way of giving anyone willing to change their emotional and mental well-being a chance to start their journey towards living their life to its fullness. Nthabiseng joins us now via Zoom. Nthabi, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Oh, thank you so much. A good morning to you and good morning to everybody listening this morning. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity and speaking to the nation, even in this difficult times.
Oh, no, we thank you for agreeing to chat to us this morning. Let's start with you giving us a brief synopsis of the book as well as why it was so important for you to write it.
This book has been coming for a very long time, but I was forced last year to actually release it to the world because I realized that this is the time, more than any other time, this is the time to actually live our truth. And because it is the time when everybody is looking out to live their most authentic self, since there has been so much uncertainties in this world. So this book was written with everybody who wants to break the cycle of the way things have been. For the longest time, we have not been questioning a lot of things, especially mentally, spiritually, and emotional well-being. And I realized that the first generation before us have fought for revolution. The revolution was physical. However, right now, ours is mental, is spiritual, is emotional. And this book has allowed me to give some of the tips and the wellness tools on how you can be able to achieve that and live your life well and in freedom, in love, and in peace, because that's all we need. And these are the work of the internal work that needs you to heal yourself. And this book is going to be helping you to go through that.
I mentioned in the intro, Nthabiseng, that you went through a great deal of rejection, grief, depression, etc. Just take us through some of the anxiety attacks and the painful depressive episodes that hit you.
The biggest one that I want to mention, and that will be very relevant to a lot of people because we are all going through loss. Actually, I will mention two. The first one was when I got retrenched for the first time. I was fresh from university. I was working in a very established institution, and I was happy. I had a list of things I wanted to do for my mom. I was born from a single parenthood family, and all I wanted was to see this beautiful mom of mine, the strongest woman I know, living her life, because she has raised us as the three of us at home. She raised us with so much love and comfort, and I wanted to give it back to her, right? And I got retrenched. And I was so hopeful. It was a long list of things. I had them pasted on my wall in my office. I wasn't ashamed whether anybody would see it, but I wanted her to know that her girl has finished the degree, as she has always pressed that education, 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 baby girl. And so I had these plans, and then the retrenchment came. This institution was actually collapsing and downsizing. So everybody who was on contract at that moment was released. And all those dreams came tumbling down, and it was the most painful time. I think as a younger woman, ambition and getting work, you think that all the
just briefly, Nthabiseng, apologies for interjecting really, there. I mean, the book taps a lot into issues of mental illness, which is pretty much still taboo in some communities. So take us through how this book will help address this issue.
So there are 12 practical activities in each and every one of the chapters that I have, and I want to tap into the guilt and shame. I will associate it with what I've just gone through. In that time when the retrenchment happened, I was filled with shame, I was filled with guilt, of not thinking about myself, thinking about what everybody is going to say. And this is the reaction we normally would have. And this will heighten the anxiety to the level where you will feel or go into a depressive episode, or even just feel like life is not worth living. And we address that. So some of these activities will take you through that. I said this is a book for the people who are going to break the cycle of limits, the cycle of fear, the cycle that shame and guilt has put us under, where we now are going to learn how to self-forgive, heal ourselves, learn to love ourselves more, and realize that losses happen all the time. And when they have happened, there is a healthy way of working with them. So if you go and take this book and you read it, and these are some of the things that my readers have said, they see it as a counseling that they didn't even think they needed. Some said that in this crazy world, there is somehow a piece of freedom when they go through this book, when they read it. Even before they do practical activities, they already see themselves. But what stood out for me is how it managed to start the conversation. One of my readers said that their nephew came in while she was doing one of the practical activities, and it started a conversation because now their niece began to speak about how they feel, because it will take you through the CV of your life. One of them would say, if it's done in the corporate world, it might as well be done in my life. So I ask and challenge people to say, write the CV of your life, about your life, and tell yourself in a book,
okay,
where did I go and how did I go, and the flow. This will just open your conscious and your subconscious mind to understand yourself better. It's important that we understand ourselves and we take care of our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, especially during this time. Yay.
No, Nthabiseng, this is certainly a great counseling tool for especially those who went through what you went through. Thank you so much for sharing your life story with us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Get your copy.
All right, most definitely. All right, Nthabiseng, thank you. That was author Nthabiseng Motsa, and we were in conversation with her about a book that she entitled The Untangled Heart, a chance to set yourself free from the generational emotional pain and setbacks.